Is food your ultimate comfort? But have you noticed an unshakable feeling of nausea or that overwhelming sense of fullness, even after small meals? What if it's not just an off day or a bad meal? What if it's something more serious, lurking quietly beneath the surface? This was the reality for Mike, a foodie at heart who found his world upended by a condition most people barely know about: gastroparesis. Dive into Mike's story with us, unraveling the mystery of this lesser-known disorder, and witness his relentless fight against the unpredictable tides of this condition. Welcome to another gripping episode of Diagnosis Diaries. Here, we unravel the intricate threads of medical enigmas, shedding light on the path to diagnosis. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to ensure you never miss an episode of Diagnostic's Diaries. Mike, a 32-year-old software engineer, was a stalwart figure in his office tower in downtown Chicago. His apartment on Lakeshore Drive buzzed with the sound of video game battles and the smell of fresh coffee. Known for his robust appetite and love for deep dish pizzas, Mike was the life of every office party and the reigning champion of all local eating contests. In January of 2022, however, the scene around Mike's life began to change. He started feeling uncomfortably full even after small meals. His love for food seemed to be backfiring, causing him nausea and unexpected weight loss. The deep dish pizzas he used to enjoy so much suddenly seemed like his worst enemies. At first, he attributed these changes to stress. The world of coding was demanding, after all, with deadlines to meet and bugs to fix. But as winter gave way to spring, Mike's symptoms only worsened. He began to experience bouts of severe abdominal pain that would sometimes last for hours. More concerning was the fact that he had started to vomit undigested food from meals he had eaten hours, sometimes even a day before. Alarmed by these developments, Mike visited his longtime physician, Dr. Fisher, at the medical clinic on Michigan Avenue. After hearing Mike's concerns, Dr. Fisher ordered a series of tests to rule out common causes like peptic ulcers or gallbladder disease. But when all the tests came back normal, Mike found himself enveloped in a cloud of anxiety and confusion. What was happening to him? Why was food, once a source of joy, now a harbinger of pain and discomfort? As the spring of 2022 evolved into a summer filled with medical uncertainties, Mike stood at the precipice of a life-altering journey. The sweltering summer of 2022 found Mike navigating the healthcare system from one specialist to another. Following Dr. Fisher's advice, Mike reached out to Dr. Green, a renowned gastroenterologist based at the Northwestern Medicine Clinic in Chicago's Streeterville neighborhood. Dr. Green was known for her keen medical acumen and empathetic approach, traits Mike desperately needed as he found himself entangled in his health mystery. Dr. Green, suspecting an issue with Mike's gastric motility, ordered an array of specialized tests. First among them was an upper endoscopy, a procedure that uses a thin tube with a light and camera to examine the inner lining of the upper part of the gastrointestinal tract. This was conducted to rule out physical obstructions or ulcers, which might explain Mike's symptoms. The second test was a gastric emptying study. This test involved ingesting a meal containing a small, safe amount of radioactive material. Over several hours, a special camera tracked the meal's journey through the digestive tract, determining how quickly the stomach emptied. A slow rate of emptying would indicate gastroparesis. It was on the 12th of August, in the stark, white clinical room overlooking Lake Michigan, that Mike first heard the term gastroparesis. It felt like a gavel had come down, cementing his fate. Gastroparesis, a condition characterized by the stomach's delayed emptying without any apparent obstruction, was an elusive adversary. Its symptoms, much like what Mike had been experiencing, gastroparesis can indeed mimic a broad spectrum of other digestive disorders, leading to frequent misdiagnoses. Symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, early satiety, and abdominal pain are common to many gastrointestinal conditions. For example, peptic ulcer disease can cause similar symptoms, as can gallbladder disease, which presents with upper abdominal pain and vomiting. Gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, irritable bowel syndrome IBS, and even certain forms of cancer might also be suspected given a similar symptom profile. The nonspecific nature of these symptoms and their prevalence in other conditions make gastroparesis a challenging diagnosis to pinpoint. Gastroparesis, as Dr. Green explained, was not curable but manageable. Mike found himself grappling not just with the physical manifestations of his condition, but also the emotional toll it took. The silent observer to his turmoil was his younger sister, Emily, who had flown in from New York to be with him. Emily, a vibrant woman with a spirit as indomitable as Mike's, stood by him, their bond strengthening in the face of adversity. Back at his apartment on Lakeshore Drive, Mike and Emily transformed the space into a war room of sorts, strategizing dietary changes, medication schedules, and contingency plans. Mike's battle with gastroparesis had become a family fight. His colleagues at the office, too, rallied around him, providing a supportive network that helped him cope with the daily struggles of his condition. Mike's approach was to his personal health profile and lifestyle. Dietary changes were the first line of defense. He was advised to have smaller, more frequent meals to avoid overloading his stomach. Liquid or pured meals were introduced to ensure easier digestion and prevent basors, clumps of undigested food matter that could cause further complications. Fiber-rich foods, while generally healthy, had to be reduced in his diet, as high fiber can slow gastric emptying and create basors. Foods high in fat, which also slow down digestion, were also minimized. He included foods like soups, yogurts, well-cooked vegetables, lean proteins, and a selection of fruits that agreed with his system. Pharmacological intervention was also critical. Mike was prescribed metoclopramide, medication that stimulates stomach muscle contractions to help speed up gastric emptying. He was also given a course of erythromycin, an antibiotic known to have a similar stimulant effect on the stomach muscles. However, due to potential side effects, the usage of these medications was closely monitored. In addition to medication, Mike also explored alternative treatments such as acupuncture and gastric electrical stimulation, a procedure where a device is surgically implanted to send mild electrical pulses to the stomach muscles, promoting motility. Mike's ordeal with gastroparesis brought to light the peculiar nature of this condition, characterized by the inability of the stomach to empty food normally. The narrative of his journey highlighted numerous typical symptoms of gastroparesis, such as unexplained weight loss, nausea, vomiting, bloating, loss of appetite, gastroesophageal reflux, and stomach spasms. However, the array of potential symptoms does not stop here. In addition to the aforementioned symptoms, some individuals may experience early satiety, heartburn, abdominal pain, malnutrition, and fluctuations in blood sugar levels. Gastroparesis diagnosis often begins with ruling out any blockages in the stomach or small intestine via imaging tests, like an upper endoscopy or abdominal ultrasound. Further, several specific tests, such as gastric emptying study, smart pill, and gastric manometry, can aid in confirming gastroparesis. In Mike's case, was the gastric emptying study that eventually confirmed his diagnosis, showcasing a delay in the rate of food leaving his stomach. As the saying goes, food is medicine. And in that vein, certain vitamins and dietary supplements can aid in managing and improving the symptoms of gastroparesis. Vitamins like B6, C, and E can promote better digestion. Coenzyme Q10 is known to improve stomach muscle function. Probiotics and ginger supplements aid digestion and alleviate nausea, be beneficial. However, each individual's needs can be unique, and it's vital to consult a healthcare provider before incorporating any vitamins or supplements into your regimen. As we unravel the many facets of gastroparesis through Mike's story, it's it's paramount to underline the significance of professional healthcare advice. While we aim to educate through these narratives inspired by real patient experiences, they should not be substituted for professional medical advice. If you or someone you know are experiencing symptoms similar to Mike's, do consult with a healthcare practitioner promptly.